Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hey guys, this is a little bit of a heavier one, so bear with me. Here we go. We're going to dive right in. A day at a time, August 20th, reflection for the day. All of Program's 12 steps ask us to go contrary to our natural inclinations and desires. They puncture, squeeze, and finally deflate our egos. When it comes to ego deflation, few steps are harder to take than the fifth, which suggests that we admit to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Few steps are harder to take, yes, but scarcely any step is necessary for long-term freedom from addiction and peace of mind. Have I quit living by myself with the tormenting ghost of yesterday? Today I pray. May my higher power give me strength to face that great ego pincher, step 5. May I not hesitate to call a trusted hearer of fifth steps, set up a meeting and share it. By accepting responsibility for my behavior and then sharing my account of it with my higher power and one another, I am actually unburdening myself. Today I will remember, my fifth step pain is also my liberation. You may be familiar with the quote that my sponsor likes to say is, he didn't take you to it if he wouldn't walk you through it. Something like that. And that is absolutely the case with the fifth step. That it is not pleasant to consider, but the results after doing it, I mean, it's just, at the end, whatever jitters you had, like, they aren't even a consideration anymore. And you're just like, oh my gosh, if I knew how good I'd feel, or how even just proud of yourself you feel for having done that thing, you wouldn't hesitate as much. And it's funny, when I do other things, something I've learned that I took for granted from 12-step meetings was how to be vulnerable in a group, in a room full of people. And when I reflect on that a bit, it is such a gift. It's such a gift. It's something that I forgot normal people don't have. They don't get to experience that very often. And I bring it up because I was it was like a practice group for my coaching program. And someone said that they appreciated my vulnerability. And later they asked how you do that. And that's what made me reflect on, oh my goodness. Like, not only do people not have the safe space to do it like we do in 12-step rooms, but they don't even know how to do it because they never practiced it. Because I think a lot of us don't learn that from our family very much. You know, maybe we have a sibling or a parent who we can be more vulnerable with, but I think it's pretty rare for whole families to be vulnerable altogether like we are in a 12-step meeting. And I forget what a gift it is to be able to share that vulnerability with another human. And you know, I wouldn't be able to record these episodes without that comfort that I've developed in being heard, listened to, appreciated, having that just known safety where I can start to just share from the heart instead of checking and phrasing and veiling and making sure that, everything's tucked in and looks okay and I don't share too much and I don't look too messy. This whole grateful, blessed mess thing is starts with the mess. You got to share the mess because that's what brings us together. That's what brings us together. It is, there's a line in program literature about, darn it, it's escaping me, but about basically how it's our failings, our messes that bring us together. Darn it. Okay. Someone has to write that in on the group when they come across it, or I'll try to find it. But it's true. It's that vulnerability that will free you, they say here, from the ghosts of yesterday, the tormenting ghosts of yesterday. Chances are, they say, I love this one, that we're as sick as our secrets. That whatever we keep in the dark, that's what's going to fester and keep you sick. And that's true. And I mean, to be totally honest, I really learned this not just from like my own secret behaviors, maybe that I kept away from other people, which I did with my eating. I always did it alone. I almost always did it alone. It was something that I would hide and do and cover up. And even the exercise bulimia was a way for me to cover it up because then people didn't have to see the results of what I was doing. Even though internally I was dying. And I'm sure that was more obvious on the outside than I realized. But for me personally, something I learned the hard way in life was I was in a emotionally abusive relationship for 3 of the 4 years of college and then a little bit beyond that. And they say you're as sick as your secrets. When I was in that, that's when my eating disorder started to really swing hard towards restriction and exercise. I was so scared of what people would think. I was so scared of checking everything I said. I didn't even know how bad it was, but at the same time, I was so concerned. I just wanted them to approve of me. Even if I was doing stuff that wasn't worthy of being approved or shouldn't have been approved. I just needed approval so badly that I was hiding and tucking things in and making things look fine and ironing whatever so that it didn't look like it was. And I became very, very sick. Very sick. Not only my eating disorder, but like certain systems in my body shut down. I was a shell of myself. I was pulling away from my family. I was losing touch with my faith. I was just, which had started already even in high school, but I was starting to just like disintegrate as a human. And it's because of my secrets. Okay. And I got to bring all that to a sponsor. I got to bring all that to a trusted person in program and gift it to them because that helps their program too. But I got to gift that to another fellow in program. And in doing that, release myself from the tormenting ghosts of yesterday. And I can tell you, as like a living amends to myself moving forward, I don't hide brutal behavior. I don't hide abuse. And I don't hide from my sponsor. With that, I pass.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day. day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.